Hey, my lovelies, October blessings to you. We are officially in the witches season. It's all a bit exciting, isn't it, really? And this year in general just feels like, where's it going? Where's it all going? So if you saw my other videos, then you probably have seen me talking about this little altar that I've set up already. Basically, the other night I did a free live and I set my little altar up with a couple of cat balls for any spirit activity, which we did get. Just want to say, if you haven't caught some of the other videos, I'm really sorry if you were planning to catch me on Instagram. Instagram have changed the format for how they do stuff, so I had to switch over to Facebook Live instead. But I think the thing to sort of think about doing, if you're able to, is actually follow me on all the platforms. So follow me on my Facebook, follow me on my Instagram, and follow me on my YouTube. So then if one isn't working and I have to switch over to one of the others, because had Facebook not have been working, I would have had to switch over to YouTube. But if you follow me on all three, one of them's got to work at one time, hasn't it? So maybe that's the way to do this. So what do I need to let you know about? There is loads of stuff happening in October. October is always incredibly busy for me with lots of exciting events. So some of the main ones, just to quickly run them off. Witches Market on Sunday, can't wait. Westbury, Wiltshire, going to be amazing. I've also got the Heart of the Witch retreat coming up with the girls from Never Cross a Witch Bitch podcast next Sunday. So for those that are booked onto that, that's going to be amazing. And then there's loads of other spaces and places that I'm going to. So shops, Carpe Nocem. We've got Rowan's Closet in Swindon coming up. Colour and Crystals, I'm going to be over there. So there's just some great spaces. And the big one for me, in terms of my tour dates, Brixham Theatre. So if you are in Devon on the 25th of October, do come and check out Brixham Theatre. Come and support, come and buy a ticket, because it's going to be, hopefully it's going to still go ahead, but it's going to be a fantastic show. Did it last year and it was amazing. It's quite a haunted theatre, it's quite an old theatre, but yeah, I'm excited, I'm buzzing for that. Anyway, let's look at October and let's look at the month ahead and let's see what's happening. So as ever, I'm going to do the tarot part with the Wandering Star. So we'll look at our opportunities throughout October, any obstacles and any sort of lessons and just conclusions. And then we will follow through afterwards with a cheeky witch's rune and we'll just see if we can make a bit of sense of it all. So these are the cards. Let's give them a bit of a knock. Let's give them a shuffle. Let's see what's happening. Let's see where the energies are taking us for the month of October. So just channeling these for the highest of good. So I'm just asking for any opportunities to be showcased, any obstacles. Oh, I thought about it then. And then any lessons. Oh, I find that quite interesting. Okay. Okay. We'll have a little look at that in a second, see. Interesting. So, for our opportunities, let's have a look at this one first. We've got the card of Strength. It might just be for some of us. So it says around the side here, courage, strength, control. Strength is often about being able to overcome setbacks, hurdles, injustices, things that have been really testing us. Maybe this is just a time when you're really being reminded of an inner strength that at times you haven't felt you've always had. So yeah, I find this one quite interesting actually. But to me, when we're looking at it in terms of opportunity, if there's been something heavy, if there's been something hard going, if there's been something where all your strength has been needed, whether it's been physical strength, mental and emotional strength, spiritual strength for something, I feel like there's going to be a positivity with something. You're going to come out of something, there's going to be a new cycle, a new vibe, something's going to gear shift in a positive way for you. And maybe you're out the other side of this, because I always see with the Strength card, essentially she's been able to sort of tame the beast, she's tamed the lion, and its sort of tail is running between its legs. She's got her hands around the lion's mane, so this is being able to overcome problems, situations. So whatever you've been up against, it probably has been quite aggressive and maybe quite scary, but maybe you're starting to come out the other side of that now. For some people, this might be a health situation. Maybe there's been a bit of a health scare, a bit of a health journey. It could be so many things for so many people, but take this in whatever way it sits with you, and be reminded of your inner strength. I think that's also quite important. A lot of us don't recognize how strong we are until we're met with things that might seem quite detrimental at times, you know? Now, I find this really interesting. So as we're moving into the second card, we're going into any sort of obstacles or blockages or things to watch out for. So we have here the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands, I'll just bring that in a little bit closer and see if it gets into focus. It's going to, thinking about it, there we go. Seven of Wands, and it just says around the side here, challenges and courage. And I almost feel like it's having the strength, it's having the bravery to go up against the bullshit, because Seven of Wands is really having to guard your post. It's really having to guard your position. The reason it made me laugh, for me personally, there are lots of things going on, coming in, that are very different. They are very out of my comfort zone, and many people are loving those and celebrating those, but one or two people may have their nose put out of joint. One or two people are not happy that I'm doing my witches market. I'm going to put it out there because I know it's something that's going on. Some people are not happy that my witches market is in the View Westbury now. It's at a new space, a new location. Tough. It's a business decision, you know. I know the reasons. There's nothing detrimental. I know the fullest reasons as to why that business decision has been made. But for some people, that could be this. Okay, so Seven of Wands is having to really watch your back. It's having to guard your post. It's having to guard your position, because there could be some hearsay. There could be some things being taken out of context. There could be some whispers. So Brixton Theatre, I've been very open about it. It is one that needs a bit more support. It could go one of two ways. Hopefully, I'll still be able to do it. And if I do, there might be some people, oh, look at him on the big theatre. If it gets cancelled, some of these people will love it. They'll have a field day. Oh, did you hear that Mitch's show got cancelled through lack of support? It's a sign of the times. It is what it is. Many stage mediums out there are struggling. I've seen the likes of, I'm not going to name names, but I'm going to just say big mediums that have big audiences are struggling. So this is a thing. It's not me personally. Do you know what I mean? And I don't take it as me personally. And I think when you're secure enough in your roots and in yourself, it doesn't matter what's going on, you know, just show up as you. So I think in terms of our obstacles, be very mindful of the energy around you and keep showing up as you and keep knowing why you're doing what you're doing. And as long as you're not purposely hurting or harming anybody, let the chatter go over your head, because that's what I feel is going on here a little bit. And, you know, the long-term opportunities, we've got the card here of Knight of Cups. So this Knight, I feel, is kind of guarding our emotional well-being and our kind of emotional value and input of stuff. And it just says around the side, proposal, quest, prospect and pride. And I think it is showing up as yourself. It is being really real, and it is, you know, connecting in the way you want to. This can sometimes connect in a few spaces. So there could be friendship circles that are forged or becoming stronger. It could be a really beautiful spiritual crew of people that have your back through times of twist and turn and uncertainty. If you're in a romantic connection, sometimes this card can represent the next stage or the next investment of life with somebody. So it could be kind of an engagement leading to a marriage, or the marriage part. It could also be like just an anniversary of celebration coming up this month for some of you. Me and Paul, my husband, have got our wedding anniversary coming up very soon, so that's quite exciting. And yeah, it's just that kind of next stage of life with somebody maybe, but it's also about kind of just you venturing forward. And like it says there, the prospects, the pride, the quest that we're on, having enough self-value to just do the journey, you know, and be real enough to be yourself and enjoy the connections and enjoy the heart-centered cup energy along the way. So I find that quite interesting. So I hope you can make sense of this. So let's follow through with a cheeky witch's rune just to conclude, and let's see where the energies are taking us. So channeling this witch's rune for the highest of good. Let's just see what we need to know about. Rune of Woman is coming out. So woman is all about deep healing. It's actually really caring, and it's actually kind of really valuing yourself in those moments of change, in those moments of vulnerability. So you can have all the fabulous stuff that this month is offering, but also some of the October energy might be about holding sacred space for yourself. It might be having kind of that mother's love energy to like a child, and almost just nurturing and healing and giving you that self-care, that nurturing energy. What I like with this as well, the way the sort of shape of the rune is, there's sort of like a fork in the road, and then it's sort of like, so it might feel at times like you're being pulled between two spaces and two places. Head is saying one thing, heart is saying another. It could be priorities against what your creative side wants to do. But this big sort of path down the middle is about kind of just venturing forward. And it's interesting, we had strength, which is being able to overcome the pulling of back and forth. And the final card, Knight of Cups, it is like sort of on the quest, on the road. She's on the road, you know, this knight's on the road. And that's this here, being on the road, being on the path that works and serves for you, not what every other Tom, Dick and Harry would want to be doing. What nurtures your soul? That's important, I think. So I hope you can make sense of this. I'm going to leave the energy of this reading with you. I really hope it helps. Have a fantastic October time. Remember, the veil between the two worlds is very thin, particularly as we continue throughout the month of October, which is why Brixton Theatre show is going to be really exciting, because on that 25th point, the veil just starts to really become a little bit thinner. And also, I'm not doing a Halloween show, but the day after, the 1st of November, the veil will still be very thin between the two worlds, and I will be doing my last show for the Spirit Magic Tour, which will be in Ilminster at the Warehouse Theatre. I've done that for the last couple of years. It's always a great night, so I'm very excited to be ending my Spirit Magic Tour in Ilminster. So yeah, it's just going to be a really, really fun month, I think. Of course, this coming Sunday, we have the up-and-coming Witches Market. So if you are in and around Westbury, Wiltshire, come along, get involved, because there are going to be some beautiful, fabulous, amazing souls, and it's just going to be a really, really beautiful day. So lots of magic, lots of fun. Yeah, I'm going to leave it with you. Have a beautiful month ahead. Keep shining bright, look after yourselves. Thank you for all the ongoing love and support within my work. It really does mean a lot. And yeah, just be you, because that's your greatest gift to the world. And I think with the witchy season in October, that really gets highlighted a little bit more about the power of being authentic. And that's back here with the conflict or the struggle card. See the stuff, see the Chinese whispers, don't get caught up in it. You know, put your sort of protection in place, vibe higher than the problem, and the problem often decreases quite fast. So yeah, gonna leave it with you. Have a cool one. See you guys very soon. Bye for now.